approved physician in her future. It's an honor and a privilege to introduce the daughter of Tara Gardner, Talia Gardner.
To us, years from now, we will look back on this day after we finally settle down in a comfortable life of our own. I will look back on this day and be amazed at the fact I stood in front of a bunch of people and spoke willingly. And while I may not be the most outspoken person in my class, I would like to take the time to share school memories with family and friends from last time. Elementary, the years of learning how to be independent from family. I remember every year, the day before Christmas break, our teachers would have a fun day planned. Cocoa, snacks, fun games to play. And then we'd always watch the Polar Express every single year. And yet I never got sick of it. In those moments, it felt like we would be kids forever. The future, the thought of us getting old enough to graduate, never really crossed our minds. For those who know her, Miss Miller was a big Packers fan, like a really huge fan. Her entire room was usually decorated green and yellow. She always wore jerseys every time I saw her. And as a Packers fan, she brought our 4th grade class to Lambeau Field, where we got to tour around the stadium, see the giant field, and even buy souvenirs in the gift shop. Being able to see where football stars were born felt like we could also be just like those stars, following our dreams despite obstacles in our way. And then in 5th grade, we toured our first college, UW Green Bay. And while we didn't know it then, this was the start of our future. In middle school, not much really comes to mind, but I can talk to you about Mr. Kuchenbecker, our 8th grade science teacher who's very obsessed with David Attenborough and his nature documentaries. We used to watch a nature documentary every single day for his class. We didn't really learn a lot, but we did learn a lot about him, a little too much. Like about his sleep apnea and how his mask always left an indent in the back of his head, or how he had a Russian mail-order wife that he found in a newspaper ad in the middle of class. Not sure why we needed to know that, but I guess that was good information. And then there was also Mr. Goes, who always seemed to have a new dead animal every day in his class. We learned very fast in his class, like to never look behind his desk or open any containers he might have left out in the open, because you were never certain whether or not a dead 30-pound muskrat would be staring right back at you. At the beginning of high school, we were a pretty lazy, quiet class. We never asked questions, we never raised our hand in class, or we never participated in homecoming games our school would force us to play. In fact, the only memorable thing I can think of was when we were freshmen reading To Kill a Mockingbird. There was a scene in the book where the main character, Scout, is dressed as a ham for a play. Of course, Mr. Kitlinski wanted us to reenact the scene and called on Hannah to play as Scout. Mr. Kitlinski, the nickname genius, decided that Hannah's new name was now Hamma. And now she's been stuck with that probably even past high school. I think everybody calls her Hamma. I don't think anybody ever calls her her real name. Junior year was when we really changed. In previous homecomings, our class never participated. We would always be disqualified from games because either not enough people were there to play, or because no one wanted to put in the effort to play. I'm unsure how or why, but for our junior year, we somehow won every single game against the rest of the other grades. To see our class work together was nice. We all have practically grown up with each other, so it would be weird if we could not work together. And on our first day as seniors, we got to skip our classes. We got to play laser tag and go-karts. And I had fun. I don't know if anybody else had fun, but I really had fun. And now here we are, sitting in the high school gym one last time, finally graduating after all the hard work we put in to get here. Soon this will be just another memory, but I'm glad I get to share this memory with all of you. And while we may not see each other or keep in touch, I wish everyone the best of luck out of high school. And I hope you guys all follow your dreams and do what you've always dreamed of doing. That's all I got. Thank you.